Well, hello, Mr. Eddie. How are you doing today?
All right. What up?
All right,
¿Qué pasa,
man.
dudes?
And welcome everybody into Knitting with Cheryl and Family. And we got a couple of panelists here today. We got Rob. He's on his way home from his work. I know that he says hi to everybody. He turned off his audio so it wouldn't disturb the show. We also got Eddie Lugo. He's coming in. He's going to be watching the comments section for me because, as you may know, I'm knitting a hat today, and that's why we're all here. So I need to just go ahead and bring up the other camera. That way we can get started. First of all, welcome everybody in, especially hashtag Team Replay. If you are here for that reason, please type in the word replay in the comments section. And thank you all who are joining us on the live stream. Now, what we're doing today is making a hat from scratch. So I got to zoom in to everything and show you the scope of what's going on here behind the scenes. And I'm going to go ahead and kill that down. Yeah, that seems to be all right. And show you what you need to make a hat. Okay. Naturally, you're going to need a loom. Okay. Also, a good pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, a loom needle, and your yarn. Now I'm making this for a special person to the channel here. He comes in the morning lives with us and chats up. We may know him as Anthony on the Move. And I asked him what colors he wanted in his hat, and he said blue and gold. I'm assuming this was like for his school or something like that. So I went in and got some blue and gold, and you didn't see it, but what I did was I went ahead and put my yarn down into my yarn bowl. What that is just something that'll hold the yarn and stop it from unraveling and traveling all over the place. It's a big mess without the bowl, so I really like using the bowl. To start a hat, what you would do is make a slip knot. And Eddie, as people come into the chat, go ahead and welcome them in. And what you would do is put it on this first peg to the right of your control peg, which is right here. You want to put your slip knot just to the right of your control peg. And it should look exactly like that. You want to tighten down on your slip knot because this is what's going to control the whole thing here. It's going to hold it until you start knitting it in. Then what you do is you E-wrap. What that means is as you're rolling it back, you're moving it forward. And you're laying down what's called a row of yarn. And you want your E's to be over here on the inside. That way this side is flat at all times. This underneath is flat, and this has the wraparounds over here on the outside. This is going to be the outside of the hat, so therefore the rows need to be out here instead of inside. This is going to be the inside of the hat. This is the outside. So you want your E's to be made on the inside. And once again, you're going to be doing this throughout the entire hat. So E-wrapping is one of the most things you're going to be doing.
He was here. He's also here now with Rob. It's over at Rob's chat.
Yep. He says, "Congrats on the 900 subs." I know that's a major milestone. for cruising on the high seas and travel. He's been looking at that for a while. I guess YouTube decided that he might deserve those because it has been said that they will withhold things, just to make sure that they're legitimate. Right here, what I'm doing is I took it off of the control peg, and now I'm starting my second row. You do it all the same way as you do an E-wrap right here. But yeah, welcome in. Cuba's here. And this is one of the most peaceful things that you guys could ever do. It's really awesome that you can have a done product in such a little amount of time, and it's functional and it just works. Now, what I do to hold it on the control peg is that I twist it and I pull, so it holds as you do whatever else you're going to be doing. So see, and also another thing, what I do is I push the work down so that you can make another E-wrap on top of that, because what you want to do for casting on the hat or putting onto the loom so you can work with it is make 3 rows. You need 3 rows on the loom before you can even pick up the pick. Now I have 2 rows on, and I'm about to make my 3rd row right here. And at the end of that, the hat will be casted on and ready to start knitting.
Tony just made it.
Hey, Cruising with Calandra, what's going on? Hello. I'm just making a hat here, and we're going to be here a while, so kick back. I know that you guys are pretty cold up there. I know we're definitely cold here. Okay, so now that you have 3 rows on the peg. You see that, right? 3 rows on every single peg all the way around. Okay. Yep, it's nothing much. A snowy New Jersey. That'll work. Very snowy. So you got 3 rows on every single peg. And that's the way you want to get started, is right here by your control peg. You want to take your loom needle. Okay, it's very sharp. This right here is very, very sharp. So you want to be careful not to stab yourself. I have done it plenty of times. Believe me, it's no fun. Okay. And oh yeah, I don't know if you can see him back here, Eddie, but we got Chicoletta and Carlos have joined the show too. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to do a basic knit stitch, what you would do is take your knitting needle and you pull it over the top and over these 2 remaining threads. So you leave 2 threads on the peg when that is done. And hey, we got another panelist.
Hey guys.
What's going on?
See, my dogs are gonna bark.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work.
They'll stop when they get used to listening to you guys.
Right.
They're barking because Ryan just came in the chat too. So.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on? Okay, so you knit this first one over the peg. And what you do is you do that all the way around the peg. As you pull it up and over. And I'm so glad you guys could join us today. We're making a hat for Anthony on the Move. And if you haven't subscribed to Anthony's channel, be sure and get over there and get that done. If one of the moderators can drop his link, that would be so appreciated. That way we can put him out there. And in the event that you're not connected with him, I know he's got some journeys coming up. So what you would do is you would pull this bottom thread all the way around the loom and this is a 35 peg loom. So every row is going to be 35 times you have to do this. And you got to do this over and over and over again until you knit down about 6 inches. At that point, what I'll do is I'll close up what's called the brim. See, right now we're just making the little brim part. And if you notice, I'm moving my work down halfway. You don't have to go all the way down. Sometimes I do. I like to stretch out the knits and make sure they stay in place. So I'll push the work all the way down. But a lot of the time, I just push it down about halfway or a little over halfway. That way, I can more efficiently do this. And like I said, the hat takes about 4 hours, but that's with me cooking, you know, I mean, just like really, really digging into this job here. And so it's a task, but it doesn't take that long. Oh, and we went and gave one away today, Miss June. We were at Walmart, and I was running the camera because I wanted to just do, you know, a day in the life type vlog thing. And we have hats with us now in the car. And Baby and Elijah spotted this man at Walmart. We ran the camera, and Elijah wanted to jump out and give it to him. So we went ahead and posted that video just before the show here.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, Elijah went up to him and blessed him with a hat. And that was good. So made us feel good about that trip. Hopefully we can find some more. We actually went looking today for about an hour, but I guess they found shelter. You know, that bitter cold to bring you inside, no matter where you are. So we went and actively looked for homeless people today to give the hats to. We were able to find one or two, you know. But the other one had a hat. So he said he was okay.
That's great of you guys to do that.
Oh yeah, that's why I started all this. You know, I got a real big heart for homeless people. I do. And you just keep up the same thing all the way through till you get about 6 inches down. And that is the brim. I'm thinking about doing 7-inch brims today because I test drove one of my hats today, and against the 30-degree weather that we had here in town, and it still made a breakthrough. So I'm gonna probably thicken up the brim moving forward. And you said this morning in the chat that y'all were getting snow.
We did, but it has since stopped.
Well, that's good.
And, yeah, now it just looks like a slushy, muddy mess.
It's already melting then.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Close in it come down and fall down and cover spaces. But then the few next days later is all the melting and the brownness and the mud. Oh, disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. We don't see much of it here on where I'm at now.
We called and checked on Baby's uncle this morning, and he said that it was like 10 degrees up there in Ohio, getting lots and lots of snow.
So how do I go out to the chat?
How do you go to the chat? There's
Yeah.
the one that says post a comment right here.
Yes.
Yeah, you go to the comment section and then post a comment. You can chat right there.
It's just telling me to join the chat.
Oh, so you're not streaming to your channel?
No.
You could open another window
Yeah.
and look for knitting with Cheryl. I mean, knitting with
Cheryl and family. Yep.
yeah,
And
Cheryl family, and then you could chat there on that chat.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing because I am not streaming myself either. So I have another window open for that. So Q says, how do you fix a mistake that you made a long time ago in the knitting?
well,
What with that?
it's good. It's good not to make a mistake. And the knitting channels that I watch in order to get inspired and to learn from, they have ways to fix the knitting. On this loom knitting, it's very, very hard to make a mistake. That's why I picked it up in the first place, because it's a learning curve of it's very easy to me. I mean, the YouTube video that I watched, it made it extremely easy for me to pick up the stuff. But when I do make a mistake, I fix it immediately, because I don't know how to go backward and do anything on the loom. So I just keep it going forward. And Rob is back with us. I know he's still silent because he's still driving. What's up, man? But yeah, there are other knitting channels that cover how to fix things. I know you need a crochet hook and a whole lot of understanding.
And patience too.
And patience, yes. And being able to see through the thin thread as well. You got to have pretty good eyes for this, because this dark yarn, especially the black, is very hard to see whenever you're going in between things and all of that, especially right here, whenever you're changing colors. With the black, sometimes it gets, there's 4 on the peg instead of 3, and then you're wondering how it got there. So what I do is I just double it up. I just double over, and then on the next round, it'll be right.
Well, I had bought some yarn that's kind of fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
And I started making a hat for my granddaughter. And I mean, before I could even get it started, I broke it 3 times.
Right.
So I quit.
Okay. I find that the thinner yarn works very well with this loom because
James.
Uh-oh. I'm going to have to turn that off, because yep, I got to turn that off. Sorry about that, y'all. I just know I'm going to be here for a while. Because yeah, I mean, it does take patience, but it takes stamina also. You gotta really dedicate to this, because once you put it down, sometimes it's a little hard to pick it back up, and vice versa.
I'm working on a big one.
You're working on a big one?
Yep.
Cool
I
beans.
think I'm going to make a bowl cover.
Okay.
I think that would be cool.
Yep.
I'm going
to make a big infinity scarf one of these days. Whenever I have an overload of yarn, I'm just going to let it go down the big loom and make a big infinity scarf.
That's a great idea.
Yep. But I like this yarn that makes the pattern for you. Like my I don't know if I have it here. I don't. But my camo hats came out really well.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. It looked great.
It's some camouflage yarn, and it made its own camo design. And like the blue and white one that you and I made, I love that design. It made gray stripes and everything. It was just a little off, maybe because it was the size of the loom, or but it didn't matter. It made its own design, and I thought that was awesome. I could do plain all day. Plain works. but it's that one that becomes something that you didn't see in the design before. Like I got Hannah some neon thread with a black base to it, so it's going to be like mostly a black design with neon stripes and stuff.
That'd be
So
cool.
oh snap, cruising is fun. Anytime has made it to the show. Hey babe, I know her and Hannah are in the back probably watching Bubble Guppies. That's what they do. They're land cruising today. Says dad has to do a live stream. But yeah, this is something that I truly enjoy. I do. I've gotten a little more efficient with it over the last 2 months, and I do. I like walking up to somebody and giving them something that is able to keep them warm, and it might be the thing that keeps them warm enough to save their life. You know, it's
You
that
never know.
because it is getting that cold. It's getting colder where it's supposed to be warm, and it's getting warmer where it's supposed to be cold. I heard somebody say in New York City that they haven't gotten as much regular snow over the last 5 years or something like that they normally get. And I'm thinking they stay blanketed with snow like for a majority of at least the winter.
No.
But they're saying they're going weeks, if not months, without snow. And I'm like, this is not right. You know, because you think about certain places that are supposed to have snow but don't have it. And then here we are, we're sitting at 30 degrees today. You know, so it's like it's very weird. It's the changing of the guard, if you will, that I want to be prepared for. So winter hats is something that I guess Southern people need. So I'm making some Southern people some hats. And hopefully that this will catch on, the hats for the homeless. What it is if you make something with your hands, be it knitting or crocheting or anything like that, what I'm asking people to do is make one extra. Make one extra and give it away.
I think that's a great idea.
In your own hometown, you can be your own hometown's hero and save a life. You know?
Oh, be right back.
I guess duty calls. You know, y'all know I like to clown. Yep. Hey June, with Hannah taking a nap. That'll work.
They were demanding to be fed.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they weren't fed 10 minutes before I got on here.
Don't worry, I got both of my cats looking at me because they usually get TREATS a little later.
Oh, okay.
They're hunting me down right now. Both of them looking at me like, hello, we're here.
I know, right?
That's what mine were doing.
Mm.
And I freaking hate it. Because then later, if I give them now, then later tonight around 7, 8 o'clock at night, they're doing the same thing again.
Yep.
And Pebble gets all mad and looks at me like, what the hell, you know? Feed me. No.
Well, they'll take it.
No, duh. But I don't want to get them used to that, you know?
Yep. I'll give them some bacon jerky.
No, they won't eat that. They're not dogs.
I know.
I gotta get them fish. Then they'll definitely eat it. Right, Pebbles? Pebbles, come here, Pebbles. Come here. Come here. See? But if I grab the bottle, she'll jump up here quick.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Pickles? Pickles, who do you love? Who you love, baby? Pickles is my sweetie. She my baby. Najuma.
Hey, Najuma Brown. Hello.
Look, I could have just said, "Hey, Najuma," but I'm sitting here typing because I'm used to just being in the
You know, I used to be on the panel.
Yeah.
Hey, being on the panel is cool.
Hey, PK.
Ryan, if you're able to get up here with us and join the conversation, man.
Ryan's still flying the flag.
I know, right?
Oi! Oh no! I'm hungry. I don't know what to snack on.
What's for dinner?
Well, Alice already has something to eat, but I think I'm gonna have a burger and fries at the bowling alley.
Nice.
We're gonna have pizza and chicken wings.
I got all the stuff here, but I don't feel like cooking.
We're doing chili dogs.
Oh, that sounds good too.
Yep.
Alice is having dogs and baked beans.
Beanie weenie. Gotta love it.
I feel sorry for whoever's bowling with her tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right?
That's a good way to throw off the next opponent, though.
That's right.
After you bowl, let one rip right there in the area, and then say, "Okay, it's your turn."
Walk away.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that when I bowl. So
Brady used to bowl.
nice.
He's got 2 300s.
Oh my God. My height is a 297.
Yeah, he's got a ring that has a diamond, and then he had to send it back for the other diamond.
We got another panelist in the house here. Oh, snap. It's a Ryan. What's up?
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, I'm actually working on some new intro stuff for our live shows, new entrants.
Oh, we got the inside information.
That's right. Just released a first of our new episodes, too. We're doing a little cruise news segment now as stories pop up, just for more things to put up more frequently on the channel.
What?
I know, right?
I used to do Cruise Flash, but then I realized, hey, that's only a minute and a half. So I cut that out and made a whole, and we made a whole show.
Yeah, right.
Called Go Live Together with Coffee and Tea. Yeah, man. That Cruise Flash was cool, but it was just like, I don't know. It's just one little show, and it was always about Carnival. You know, so I went ahead and dumped it and made it a part of the morning show.
Yeah, it might eventually get there, but trying to get just a little more frequent postings other than the one live a week and the one mainstream, if you will. So at least this can pop up at any time to get. It's not like I'm hurting for watch hours right now, which is good.
Right.
But trying to get more subs. So the more new stuff I can get out there, maybe that'll attract and get pushed a little bit more by the algorithms with more frequent postings.
Hey, Kathy Meals.
Right. Oh, snap. Is Kathy in the house?
Kathy!
Yes.
Whoever is driving, I can't see. Oh, that's Rob somewhere. Yeah, that's Rob right there driving.
That's Jamaican Rob.
Because he be from Jamaica, man.
Yeah, he's a Bunty man, Irie.
He a bit Irie, man?
Yeah, he's a bubble clad.
For me, I'm a little too licky. That was the little too eating a little too much. You were too licky. I do remember that from the last time I was in Jamaica talking to our driver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't say overweight or fat. They're like, yeah, you're a little too licky.
Well, I got bamboozled. Okay, I kept on asking for 3X T-shirts in Jamaica, And they sold me a 2X, put it in the bag all nice and neat. And I said, that's 3X, right? And they said, yep. And I believed them.
Nope.
I ended up with a 2X.
Oh, that's
It
terrible.
looked like a Liberty Boy shirt, Ryan. It cuts me in half.
Oh my goodness, I could only imagine.
Yep. Oh, Jesus.
That's what she said.
Mhm.
Well, I'm giving them treats now, so
Uh-oh.
yeah. They're both running around like crazy cats.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Najuma.
Oh, yeah. Kathy says, Rob wasn't there, but the rest of us can pretend we're back in Tampa at Sparkman Wharf. Great location to hang out. Hey, Cheryl. Yes, absolutely. Sparkman was cool.
Yes, it was.
I love going there. That's the perfect pre-cruise meetup place. I wish Galveston had something like that.
We had a great time.
Yep. I mean, the variety of food, entertainment, just everything. And the trolley wasn't too bad neither. That old school trolley that took us there it was just the whole experience was awesome.
Unfortunately, Ryan ate all the chicken wings
I know, right?
in the place. Oh, I took the chicken wings, they were sold out. They pointed at him and said, that guy over there, he ate them all.
Yeah, like he had them all.
Yep.
That's all right. That's why O'Shea's, I think my family got wore out at O'Shea's from all the chicken wings I had to order. While
All you got to do is throw some Frank's Red Hot Sauce on there, and it takes me back to college. I didn't realize I had a friend who worked there, and he was like, you know what? We've been out of college so long, and I don't work for Jefferson's anymore. Here's the secret. The hot wing sauce was literally Frank's hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Yep.
And if you wanted mild, we cut it with a little bit of butter. And I was like, really? So I've been waiting years, and I'm like 15 hours from Jayville, and you could have given me this secret before.
Right.
So now that's what I have, and I can still eat my hot wings. I would eat there every single week. They had 25-cent wings on Sunday. So I'd go home to see Mel because we were still dating when I was in college. And then I'd come back and meet up with friends every Sunday night to eat hot wings before school started on Monday.
Yep.
Guys, I'm going to pop out. There's something going on across the road, and my dogs are going to have a fit.
Well, let us know if it's a SWAT standoff. We would love to see it.
Yeah.
No, nothing good like that ever happens around here.
Oh, come on.
No,
That would be lit, though.
I think it's
Into the
somebody
distance,
trying to knock snow off their carport.
All right. Pop back in whenever you want to.
Okay, I'm going to be sitting here knitting with you.
I'm going all the way to the end.
All right, and I'll be watching on TV.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See you later, Jerry.
Bye.
Later, Titi.
Wouldn't that be cool? We're here outside of June's house. FBI, open up.
Get on the floor.
Oh, my God. Because you know they got to scream at the top of their lungs, right?
Right.
Oh, man. Homeboy, the throat lozenge after screaming at Bless you.
Right,
Bless you.
Thank you.
Or as my grandma would say, Hatsy shatsy my shitsya. I didn't realize until later that was bless you, little SHIT.
Oh, nice.
I was like, really? You've been saying that the whole time?
Right.
It's like, I thought you were being endearing. No.
Well, in the South, little SHIT is an endearing term.
Just be careful when they say bless your heart.
Yes, that one.
They're cursing you out. I remember when Alice got down here at the beginning, she says that she stopped at a water and something happened, and some lady said to her, "Oh, bless your heart." I said, "Baby, you just got cursed out." She's
Yes,
like,
you
"What?"
did. Yep, you got cursed out bad.
I said, "What did you do to the lady?"
Mm.
Oh well, fuck it. Who cares?
Yep.
Oh my lord.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wait a minute. How many windows you got open, homeboy? You got two.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I only got one window open, and that's the StreamYard. Well, I had to hook up the Epic Cam too, so I got that. For the lap camera, I have an old iPhone
Yeah.
that has Epic Cam installed on it, and then in order to get it to stream to come into StreamYard, I just added it as a shared window, so that way I could have two cameras for this setup. It's very easy to do, but on the Mac, I downloaded Elgato Cam Capture. And what that does is I was able to assign that camera that's pointed at my lap into that camera. So therefore I could stream that window. This little little thought had to go into it because I'm like, man, these people need a close up of what I'm doing. And while getting a chesty for the GoPro might work, I didn't see where having that bulky setup on my chest for the entire show was going to be good. So for this setup, what I'll do is this, and then later on, I'm going to give them a POV view of what I see while I'm knitting as well, using a chesty. But that'll be on one of the shorter instructional videos on how to cast on, cast off, how to do the knits, how to change colors, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, somebody else showed up. Look at this.
Hey, Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it. What's up?
Tinkerbell.
Yes, it's a knitting channel. I'm making Anthony on the Move a hat, and invited all the cruise community so we can tie these things together and make them work.
Jeremy decided to go soft.
No, Jeremy decided to start making hats for the people who don't have a home to go to for the winter. Because I know how homeless people struggle. And it's hard to get a hat. You really don't think about hats or anything whenever you're having to feed yourself. And, you got to make a decision. Do I keep warm or do I get a meal today? So I decided to fill one of those decisions. If you see a need, fill it. That's the way you be a good human. Be the change you expect to see in this world. Especially if you got a talent that can do that, you got to utilize your talents to do this. Because I really do enjoy doing this. I put my headphones on at night. I sit there and rock out and make hats. And the kids are giving their hats away so fast to where I got to replace theirs too. Hannah had a little friend come over to here the other day. I still owe Hannah a hat. She took the pink and blue one. So I got to make another one of those too. But I just picked this up like 2 months ago. This is so easy. Plus, it's repetitive work. I used to work on the assembly line at Compact Computers when I was 19. And doing repetitive work is what I do. That's why I'm so familiar with copy and paste. I do that a lot. You guys still with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just muting myself every now and then because I'm trying to cut and splice stuff together, so I don't need my mic picking up my music.
Right,
And,
right. And,
ruining your. Oh, you got a copyright strike. You're not
that's
part
right.
of Epidemic.
I know that's right. With the StreamYard, if I share anything that has audio on it, I'm gonna have to find a way to mute it. And that's what I love about Epic Cam and Elgato is you hear no audio at all. And that's the way I'm able to do the backyard stream as well.
Now, when is the yellow coming in? Or the gold?
Well, the gold is going to be the first stripe. I'm going to introduce the gold right after the brim. The brim is a double folded, see, the hat is starting to take shape, and this is what it looks like on the outside here. I don't know if you can see it.
Because I have an idea what you're talking about.
Right. Okay, so you already have one. This is the outside of the hat. When I fold up the brim like this, it's going to then look like that. The outside will be visible. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so after I close up the brim, then I can start working on the length of the hat. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get it to 6 inches down, and I'll unfold it.
You just answered the question I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I go down 6 inches, and then I fold that in half, so that makes a 3-inch brim, which is big enough to cover the average ear, if you will. And that's why I'm making the brim, is because that thick part of the hat needs to cover up your ears. So that's the way I learned it, and that's the measurement that I've been sticking with for the whole time. And it does work, but it's starting to take shape here. And I'm going to continue down until I reach 6 inches, and then I'm going to pull in a gold stripe and do either a 5-10 pattern, which is 5 gold, 10 blue, or I'm going to do like a 10-10-10 or a 7-3-10, or something like that makes it a repetitive pattern up for the remainder of the hat. I could do even stripes, or I could use the gold as a thinner way to accent the blue big sections. It all depends on what you want to do in the moment. While you're making the hat, do you want them to be even stripes, or do you want the gold to be an accent? I'm not sure. So, but I know one thing is right after the brim is sealed in, then I'm going to bring in some gold, and then we'll go from there. I may just do a 7-7-7 pattern or a 10-10-10 and make them all even stripes. I don't know. And that's what's so cool about being the artist, is that you can is that you can visualize what it's gonna look like, because you do this all the time. This is like my 50-something hat. So I'm able to gauge how thick those stripes are going to be based off of patterns that I've made before. A 3 is just a thin stripe that leads into something like an accent. A 5 is a little bit thicker, and that's the one that you would see in a hat. Let's see. Let me change this background here. That way you can see what it would look like. And let me pull this down. Okay, y'all see that stripe? That's a 7. That's a 7 right there. It's a little bit bigger, and then once you go 10, that's pretty much the width of the brim. So you would have just an even striped hat if you did all 10s. Hang on. Let's see what the deal is.
It's on the screen.
Oh, the suspense in the air is thick enough to cut with a knife. I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I just, this first 6 inches is a doozy. But then once the patterns start rolling out and I start adding the other color and it takes shape, it's going to make sense. It really is. It'll start making sense here in a minute. And Eddie, if you could show her yours, hang on, let me put you in solo. It's going to probably look something like that. Now, see what that is? That's a 10-5-10 pattern or a 10-7-10. You can see the gold is about the same size as that brim down on the bottom. And then I came in with a thin stripe and then added some gold, then another thin stripe. I think that's either a 10-5-10 or a 10-7-10 right there. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, that turned out really well. Thank you, Eddie.
Right.
Yeah, these are things that I do as I play around with the colors and make certain things stand out by the amount of rows I put down, you know, and you got to plan the hat from bottom up whenever you're dealing with it. Now, one thing that I'm going to start doing is put a little style in them and making the brim and the top of the hat a solid color, and then incorporating some of those yarns that make their own pattern into the sifting some soil, and more has made. Hey, I just finished my first hat yesterday. That'll work right there. What color did you end up with? That is a good question. What color did you end up with, and what did you do with it? But no, what I'm doing now is with the camo especially is I'm taking that OD green that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm incorporating it in with the camo design that I made over the last two hats. I made some solid camouflage ones where it makes its own pattern. And now what I'm going to start doing is incorporating some of that OD green at the top and the bottom. That way it stretches the yarn. And that's something that you want to do is so you can constantly keep yarn is change up. Don't see what one skein can do, because one skein can make about 4 or 5 hats. And that's a good deal. But then you just end up with solid, or you end up with repetition and all of that. And you want them to be like stylish, if you will, because you are an artiste. And that's what they do. I used to love to go to the art show in Houston and watch the people make stuff like right in front of you. So that's another reason. That's another concept behind this show here is just let's get some work done for the people who need it. Because especially if you're in hashtag hats for the homeless, what I want that to turn into is a movement. You know, I want people to start making things for people. I want people to start looking after people again, instead of just looking out for themselves. Because stuff is not coming down in price at all. It's not. So we might as well start making our clothes again. Hang on. Kathy says, Eddie, please tell Jeremy what I typed. It was my attempt to be funny. Okay, no, I'm just teasing you. It'll be 777 or a 710-7. Yeah, yep. Yep. I like that one. That's what I do is help people. I know that you make things and you grow things, and that's what I want to see people doing. You know, do some good in the world, put it on camera and show it off as what needs to be done. Because if you don't show it, then it doesn't become normalized. We need to normalize niceness. We need to normalize, again, what we want to see happen. Because if not, it won't be seen. People helping people is the way that it's designed to be. You know? Who is snacking on what?
I am. I'm eating roasted peanuts.
I hear you, bro.
Good.
I hear him. Oh, it does sound good too. Oh man. But yeah, this first 6 inches is not it's not hard. It's just repetitious and it makes you wait for it. I love it. And I can't tell you the number of rows that it goes down. I'm assuming it's about 20 or maybe even 30 for to get 6 inches. I have not counted rows for the brim just yet, so I can't really tell you. But hopefully one day I'll just get to a row counter and or download one from the App Store, because God knows, you can't have a iPhone and it not perform other tasks. God forbid. It has timers for everything. I bet it has a row counter app too.
And I'm sure if not, you just post it out there and somebody will, hey, that's a good idea.
Yep. If anybody wants an idea for an app, do that. Row counter for crocheting and knitting. Enable ads. Because believe me, the people crocheting and knitting are not going to be watching them, but you could be getting paid by just running the ads.
Well, Kathy, not to rub it in, but that's what I'm doing. I'm in a recliner with a nice blanket over my legs. I already have my coffee. Now I'm eating peanuts now.
Yep.
Well, let's see, Jeremy. I'm going to search row counter on the App Store for you, just for the heck of it.
Right. And Sifting Some Soil just said, I noticed a lot of people are looking for row counters. Yep. They would help. I count them physically because what I'm doing is, just these rows or the stripes on the hats. And, I'm either counting 7 or 10, so I could just take the time and count it. The problem is sometimes I'll lose focus or start carrying on a conversation and then I'll put 11, but I do not go back and fix that. I just leave the 11th one and carry on.
Yeah, I've been scrolling for 10 seconds and they're still coming up.
Oh, nice.
So you've got your pick.
All right, but that'll work. What is the weather in Tampa?
It is rainy right now and cold.
Nice.
So we're supposed to have more showers in a little bit. Right now it's just kind of a light sprinkle. But it's supposed to get down to 42 tonight.
Nice.
So a little chilly.
We woke up to low 30s and feels like a 20. It's still pretty cool out there, but it has come up.
Well, when I woke up, it was 52 here. Then by an hour later, it was 42. 10 minutes later, 36. Now it's 35 right now and cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look who's in the chat.
Snap. Anthony on the Move has made it in. Hello. Welcome in. And yes, we are about, I would say, 2.5 to 3 inches into the project. And we cooking right along, man. I know that Wi-Fi at school can be slow.
Scott!
I'm pretty sure that oh snap, there he is. Hey, he got invited too. Come on up, Scott. Yep, I sent the invite to a lot of people. Hoping we could have a little party here. If you want to catch and see what's going on here in the knitting world. But yeah, I know school Wi-Fi could be a bummer, especially if everybody's on it at the same time. You give them too much homework. That's what that is. They're doing their homework. And taking up all the bandwidth. I used to think that that was hogwash until I actually saw it in action. That stuff slowed down like you just punched it in the gut.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to bounce. I have a honey-do list. Tomorrow's my last day before I got to go back to work.
All right. Well, yes, we will see you on the rebound, good sir.
Yep, and I'll be logged in tomorrow for the morning show.
All right. Well, we'll see you first thing, man. Thanks for joining us on the panel. And peace, love, and chicken grease.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. It is, Anthony. It's looking good so far. What I'm working on is it's called the brim. It's used to cover up your forehead and your ears. And then what I'm going to do once I get down to 6 inches is fold it backward and double it up. That way your ears will be nice and warm. And then I'm going to start working on the design. Because the design doesn't come to life until you add the first stripe to it. It's going to look good, though. I would have loaded up some music for y'all, but it doesn't look like my tracks came in from Filmora. I got to fix that. I'm going to try to run some. Boom, boom. Eddie, you still with me?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I'm going to put everybody to sleep with this one.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting there. And Scott, I'm eating peanuts, not cheese.
There we go. We're getting into the groove. Charlie Brown knitting special. I love it. Yep, the controversial cruising is calling. I think Eddie's falling asleep. That's all right. We have a party anyway. Yes, yes. Carlos and Chick 11 have really made it in today. They're just sitting back watching the show from the other angle, and they're watching y'all too.
Scott, that's not going to happen. So, sorry.
Okay, okay. Hey, Rob's back. Oh, he's trying food right now. He didn't stop in at a food place.
Mm-hmm. Just did a taste test. Coming to you in the very, very near future. Upcoming weeks.
Well, that's good.
How's the hat going so far?
That's coming pretty good. I got to measure here in just a second. After I push it down. It's looking like it's getting pretty close. We're at almost 4.5. Just a few more rows and then I'll be able to close in the brim.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, I know. It goes fast once I get going.
Heck, I thought you said it was gonna be like 4 hours.
It is, but this is just the brim. This is just the bottom of it. The whole project takes about 4 hours. Let me switch up the tunes here for a second. Man, that was short.
I feel like I'm in Macy's right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work.
I get around the perfume department on my way to the third floor to go look for lingerie.
I know that's right. I tried to pick some acceptable tracks for the show, and jazz is the one that keeps on coming up. You know, it's the most widely acceptable music that I know of. That's good to everybody's ears. You know,
I've been listening to rock music before the winter.
I do. I listen to heavy metal music, believe it or not. Some of them old school groups from the 80s and 70s, from back in the day, along with some mid 90s tunes, you know, grunge. I listen to all of it, but my main one is heavy metal, believe it or not. But to avoid copyright, I had to do this. This is what they get for putting restraints on me. Could be revenue sharing, but they put too many restrictions on me, man. That's how you support another artist, is you play their music, you know? And unfortunately, when it comes to our videos, we just can't have that stuff.
Getting colder in the house.
Oh, now we're in the mountains, Tennessee and Kentucky, and we're riding out. I'm gonna have a Michelob moment. Yep, music can take you places now. It really can. Takes me out on an open road too. I'm going out west.
Well, this is taking me to my bed right now, telling me, go, lay down.
Is it?
Yeah. My wife be here soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna be here for a while. So if you want to come back, you can come on back.
I catch up with you a little later.
All right, dude. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
All righty, folks. So after I finish this row, I'm gonna go ahead and measure it again. I think that we are just about ready to close the brim up. I see a lot of length coming down past the loom. So we'll leave the music off for now until I get around to it. Which a couple of more stabs at the loom, and I will be there and done with this row. So let's put a measuring tape on it after we sink the work down. And the brim is now okay, we are sitting at about 5 inches, so we need a little more on the brim. see if anybody else has made it into the comments section here. All right. Okay, we did a couple more rows. So now what we can do is measure it right after I knit these. Okay, and as of right now, our hat's coming in at 6 inches. Now, what you want to do now is close in the brim of the hat, because all of this is just 6 inches worth of material. It's done. This is what the outside of the hat is going to look like. right here. So in closing up the brim, what you want to do is, you remember your original slip knot? It has traveled all the way down here. You see this tail? That's where your slip knot is. And what you want to do is pull this up and go back onto the same peg in which you started in the first place, which is this one that is to the left of your control peg here. See, you're tied onto the control peg here, and you want to go to this one right here. So you slip it up and over the top. And the stitch that you want to catch is just to the left of your tail, in which you already have here. So that's your original slip knot. You want that first row to go on this one peg right here. And then you continue and go around and put it back over this top peg. And this is how you close in the brim of the hat. Okay, so after you get done with that, your brim will be closed in, okay? And you'll notice it's starting to take shape here on the loom itself. This is the bottom of the hat itself, okay? And what you want to do is go ahead and knit over to get this thing closed in and shut up. And then we'll be ready to introduce a new color and a new design whenever this is all closed up. Okay, guys. stand by. I need to take a little break. I will be right back. And I am back. Made it into the comments. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do, since the brim is finished and it's all closed in and everything, is what we want to do is introduce a new color. Now we get to see how the gold is going to work with the blue. So what you want to do is you take your working yarn here. It's going to be hanging off the loom just like this. It's going to be around your control peg so you know it's in the right place. Then what you want to do is introduce the new color into it very, very close to where you're working with. So let me see. I'll see you, Rob. Let me get this tied off real quick and I will bring you in. Okay, so you want to tie on the new color onto the working yarn and then tie it again. That way it's one continuous piece of yarn and you don't have any snafus. And then what I do with this tail is I go ahead and cut it. I cut the previous yarn that I've been working with, which is the blue, and I cut the new tail of the gold. That way it saves me a little work later, so I can do the so I can be as efficient as possible and finish it up in a good amount of time. So you go ahead and cut that and continue with your E-wrap. What I do then is I put this down into the bowl and continue the hat. We got Rob here. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. Put you back on mute here for a sec. Oh, okay. You getting out your loom?
Got my loom.
What is it that you're making, good sir?
Hopefully the same thing as you.
Hat.
Just gotta remember how to start it.
Uh-huh. A slip knot, remember?
That's what I was thinking. On the center peg.
Peg just to the left of the center.
Just to the left. Eddie's gone?
For now. He said he'd be back in a little while.
I see Ryan's gone.
Yep.
Everybody took off for now. All right. Set that down there for now. So I can get this started. Because the hands don't want to work with each other right now. Stay there, you.
Najuma says hi in the chat.
Hi, Najuma. Nice hat so far.
Yep. I just finished my first stripe here. Okay. All right, so the song is fading, and that's a good time for me to let you know where we are in the project. So far, we got the brim done and the first 10-row stripe done. Now, what I'm going to do is continue this 10-10-10 pattern, come in with 10 gold, 10 blue, 10 gold, 10 blue until the whole entire hat is finished. And as a result, you're just going to see, a striped hat, with the blue and gold. It'd be a simple design, but I think it'll pop, and it's going to look good. So we're ready to change colors again. So what we do is we loosen the thread from the loom. We get out the other color that you want to introduce into the design, which is more blue. Then you tie on here. Which is really close to your control peg, not too close, because you want to have some swinging room out here. Then you tie it on to the opposite color. That way you know which one to cut. So we're done with the gold. So we cut the gold and the blue tail off here and then continue our hat. Sounds like I hear a Maxmeister.
And Maxmeister, yep, he's whining a bit.
He'll be good.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. He just wants to be around me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got somebody new in the chat. Ann loves to crochet. Says, hey, all, what's on the looms? Well, we're making hats today. One of the other creators wanted me to make them a hat, so I went ahead and do it. So I went ahead and set up a day, and then Rob decided to join in and make him a hat too. Kathy Mills says, I had to pay attention to work there for a while, so I didn't see or hear that Rob is also looming away. Or as they say, go boys, LOL. No, they don't say that. Great color combo. Yes, I know that Anthony on the Move picked this out. That's what that was his colors that he wanted. So that's what I got. And then I know that Rob is working on one. Let me put you in full. That way you can show off your loom, Rob. What's going on over here?
Just started.
Maroon?
Yep.
Are you going to do any other colors?
It's multicolor.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's going to make its own design. That's cool. That'll work. All right. So let's bring you back down and show this one. Yeah. Anthony on the Move picked these colors. This is actually his hat that he wanted. So we went ahead and took today, and now we're making him a nice hat. And I know that it's going to look nice. It really is. These These striped ones are good.
This is attempt number 2.
Yeah.
The first one turned into leave it. The first one turned leave it, Max. Leave it. First one turned into like one of those headbands.
Mm-hmm. Headbands are cool too.
So it wasn't exactly what I was planning on making, but that's what happened.
Right. I didn't even think about headbands. You could make a brim and then cast it off. That'll work.
Yep. I wasn't planning to make a headband, but it turned into a headband.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, life is like a box of chocolates, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are at the 2 hour mark, and it means that we're about halfway done with the hat, because it doesn't take that long once you get going. I'm going to put on some stuff here, and let's let it repeat and go on down the list.
I'll be right back.
How did I get muted? Yes. Okay. So I hope everybody heard the casting off process. Did you hear my voice while I was casting off?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, yeah, this is the complete version here. It only took me 3 hours and 23 minutes. But yeah, this is the finished product here. Anthony, she's on the way. If you notice, I changed the lights here today to match the colors of your hat. So there you have it. Yeah, man. I was glad to do it. I was so glad to do it. This is something I enjoy doing.
3 hours and 23 minutes and still counting.
That's right. That's right. But that's all it takes, man. Just that. Once you get cooking, it goes really fast. Remember, it's only 45 stitches to the top past the brim. I mean, 45 rows. So I know that I counted about 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 5 at the top. But yeah, that's all it takes, you know. It's a little work, a little dedication, and it's done. So thank everybody for coming into the show. We appreciate you coming in. And no pom-pom. I could make a pom-pom, but I don't know if Anthony's still in or not.
Anthony, if you're still here, make yourself known.
Let me know if you want a pom-pom. That would be here. And yeah, thank everybody that came into the chat, into the stream today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And the guest panelists that came in too. I know Carlos and Chicoletta enjoyed being here. They were here for the whole show. And so after this is what I call the little cleanup period, where you got to clean your needle off and throw away these little pieces that got cut during the project. And I guess I could start on the next one. So thank everybody that came in. Thank you so much. We will see you later. And until next time, y'all stay warm. Just help somebody who is out there living on the streets in this cold weather, y'all. Just please provide some kind of help. No matter what you can do, no matter how small, no matter how large, believe me, because those people have nothing. And anything that you can part with, you know, be it a coat or a hat or anything, that would be awesome. But until next time, guys, see you later. We love you. Bye.